Hey guys, it's Jessie. I'm back today with another Real Girl makeup tutorial. I'm thinking today about using some more kind of fall tones like I did in my last makeup tutorial, but this time I think I'm gonna add a little bit of sparkle to it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna do my eyes first today, so I'm gonna start off by priming my eyes with my MAC Soft Ochre paint pot. I generally do this as a first step when I do my eyes first, because when I do my foundation and all my face stuff first, it's already sets a nice base, and when I don't have that, I like to go in with this. And what I like to do is I like to get that on as evenly as I can, which is hard with that little brush, but then I go in and I take some powder and just set that, and it all kind of evens out. And now we're ready to get started. So once again, I'm going to be using my Morphe 3502 palette to create this look. It has all those perfect tones that I'm looking for. First, I'm gonna go into the shade Tan. That's gonna be my transitional color. And I'm using my Morphe M441 brush just to get that all in my crease. I saw something this morning that said something crazy, like there's only 45 days until Christmas. And so that got me kind of freaked out. Gotta start shopping. I pride myself on being a really amazing gift giver, or at least I try to be. So I have started like kind of researching, kind of mapping out and planning my gifts for this year. And then once I get that all figured out, I'll start buying stuff. I don't know why, but I'm like really feeling the spirit of the holidays this year. I just really want to like decorate my house, and I kind of want to go all out. And I don't know why. I think maybe it's because I work from home now, and so I'm at home all the time, and so I just want to make my home nice and cozy and decorated. I think that's what it is. Okay, next I'm gonna go into the shade Terracotta, and I'm just doing the same thing, just running that all in my crease, and then bringing it down onto my eyelid. What I do is I kind of give little circles in one direction, and then I go in the other direction, and that just kind of makes sure that everything is nice and blended out. And then when there's less product on my brush, I bring it more in towards the center. I think this look today is going to be more of a halo eye, so I am going to be bringing that shadow in towards the inner corner of my eye. Next, I'm going to pick up the shade Brave, which is a little bit of a darker mauve-y tone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack that in my outer corner and my inner corner. This is such a pretty color, and I don't even think I've used it yet. But I actually think I love it. I'm not too worried about being messy while I put down these shadows, because since I am doing my eyes first, I can go in and clean up before I go in with my foundation, which is one of the only reasons I like doing my eyes first. Normally I like to have my whole face set and then go in and do my eyes, but sometimes you gotta mix it up. Next, I'm going to use the Stila Magnificent Metal Eyeshadow in the shade Rose Gold Retro. I have not used this in so long. I kind of forgot about it, but I was looking through my makeup collection today, and I was like, I really want to use one of these. So I'm going to pop this on the center of my lid. I feel like that Brave shade is really complementary to this Rose Gold, and that's kind of where my inspiration for this look came from. And these Stila Magnificent Metals need a second to dry, so I'm going to sit here and just fan myself for a moment with my eyes closed. And then I'm just going to go back in with a little more of that Brave shade and just blend everything out. And I'm using mostly patting motions because I do not want to send that glitter flying. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Brunette, which is kind of a pinkier brown, if that makes any sense, And I'm gonna use that to deepen up the outside corner of my eye just a little bit more. Just blend out that sparkle. Next, I'm gonna take a Q-tip and some makeup remover and just clean up under my eyes, make sure I get any glitter that fell down. And I'm also going to just clean up the outside here. I went a little crazy with blending, so I just want to clean that up. I can go back in and blend out some more to give it more of kind of a round shape after I have my foundation on. But it's just easier to clean up like this before I go in with foundation. Since I've been using my NYX pore filler so much, I decided to give it a break today and use a different primer. I'm going to use the Guerlain Radiance Concentrate with Pure Gold. I still don't understand what the name of this is. It has like 10 different words there. But that's what I'm gonna be using today. I feel like this is a super hydrating primer. It feels so good on my skin. It smells wonderful. And then for foundation today, I'm going to be using the CoverGirl by List Healthy Elixir Foundation. If you watched my last makeup tutorial, I did a first impressions kind of using this, and I really liked the way that it looked on my skin, so I thought I would use it again today. Another thing I noticed about the foundation, like as I wore it throughout the day, because I left it on pretty much all day, was that it just feels so light on your skin. I kept forgetting that I even had makeup on. It is so lightweight. I got a little bit of that MAC paint pot on my eyebrows when I was putting it on, and so I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows because I can't look at this, I look crazy. So I'm gonna be using the Revlon Brow Fantasy Duo. Once again, I talked about this in my last video as well, and I was saying how much I liked it, and that is still true. It's funny because the first brow product I think I ever even got was the Brow Wiz, and before that I never used any brow products. I never did anything with my brows, and that kind of got me hooked. And so then I got the brow definer, and since I got the brow definer, I've been branching out a little bit more and trying some new different products for my brows. And I think it's just funny because brows aren't something that I ever really thought about that much before. Oops, I gotta sharpen this. Yeah, brows were something I never really even thought about before, mostly because I have really thick bushy eyebrows, and also because I have bangs, and so they're covered up most of the time. And so I've always thought it was kind of like a futile thing. Oh, that was good. So I always thought it was kind of a waste of time to mess with my brows when you weren't really gonna see them anyway. But then when I started doing them, I started noticing that it really did make a difference, and I liked the way that it looked with the finished makeup, so I've stuck with it. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with some concealer. Since this is a little bit more of a dramatic eye look, I am gonna go in with a little more concealer than I would on like an everyday makeup look. Gonna bring in a little bit more highlight and contour. And then I'm going to set underneath my eyes and along my jaw, back with my MAC Studio Careblend pressed powder. I've been using this powder so much that it's almost about to hit pan already. I'm gonna go ahead and do my lower eyes, and so that way I can blend everything out on top after that, and hopefully everything will kind of come together. First, I'm gonna take a flat definer brush and go into that brunette shade, which was the last shade that I used. I'm gonna work that into my lower lash line. And then I'm gonna take a blending brush and go back into the first shade I used, which was a tan, and I'm gonna blend that out. I have so much going on the top lid of my eyes that I kind of want to keep the bottom a little simple. I don't want to make it too colorful. I don't want to bring too much red into it. But I do want to make sure that's nice and blended out. I am gonna pick up a little bit of that Brave shade and run it in my lower lash line. I'm gonna keep it though out towards the end because I want that to just blend into the outer corner from the top. Okay, I went ahead and finished up my eyes off camera. I popped on some House of Lashes Starlet lashes and ran some black eyeliner and mascara in my lower lashes. So now I'm ready to finish up my face. I'm going to bronze today with my Benefit Hoola bronzer. With the time change, the sun is setting at obviously a different time than it usually does. So there is like crazy light coming in over here. I just noticed. I'm not used to having to deal with that. For blush, I'm gonna go into my Morphe 9N blush palette. I'm gonna pick up just a tiny bit of this shade right here. These blushes are super pigmented and I didn't want to use too much of that shade, so I also blended it in with a little bit of this one to kind of create that perfect pink flushed blush. I want to keep this look pretty matte, so I'm not going to go in with any highlighter today. Next, I'm going to go in and line my lips with my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner. And then over top of that, I'm going to take the Bite Beauty lipstick in the shade Honeycomb. I've had this for so long and I haven't used it in so long. I'm not sure I've ever used it on camera. It's just a really pretty nude. And then to finish everything off, per usual, I'm going to use my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. Okay, and here's the finished look. Now, usually I would stay away from pink shades because I have a lot of red pigment in my skin, and so I just tend to stay away from pinks. But I actually really like the way that all these different shades of pink came together, and I love the way that this look turned out, and I hope you do too. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.